Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the online classes conducted by Sri Vidya Mandir Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Uttangarai. Students, today we are going to look into the poem named Life, written by Henry Van Dyke. Life. Life is not a dream, it is real, says Longfellow. Today, with the progress made by multimedia, we have become very adept and it has become very easy to know about the past life, the present life, the life of others, as well as we can look at our own lives. Here, in this poem, Henry Van Dyke expresses his opinion and views about life through his personal experiences. He has brought out an optimistic view on life in his own style or own way, you can call it. Now, let us know a few things about the author, Henry Van Dyke. He was an American author, a poet, an educationist, a diplomat, and a clergyman. His skill was extended to many genres. He was born on November 10, 1852. And after gracing this world for a period of 80 years, he passed away on April 10, 1933. He was a nature lover and an avid reader, and was considered one of the greatest preachers in New York City. He obtained his degree from Princeton University, and later he became a professor of English in the Princeton University itself. He also worked as a lecturer in the University of Paris. Now, being a friend and a former classmate of US President Woodrow Wilson, he became the ambassador to Luxembourg. He was also the ambassador to the Netherlands. Though he was inexperienced as an ambassador, he conducted himself with the skill of a trained diplomat, and he worked hard to maintain and fight for the rights of Americans in Europe, and also organizing work for their relief. He earned a good name for himself as an ambassador. Then, in 1916, he resigned as the ambassador and was elected to the American Academy of Arts and Letters. And he also received many other honors. Some of his popular works that he has written are Joyful, We Adore Thee, and the Christmas stories. The story of the Otherwise Man and the First Christmas Tree. These are some of the details about Henry Van Dyke that we should know. He has written this poem Life, which is an inspirational poem in the form of a sonnet. Now, what is a sonnet? A sonnet is a small lyric. Sonnet has originated from the Italian word sonetta. Sonetta means a small lyric or a little song. A song comprising 14 lines. A song which contains 14 lines is called a sonnet, where the first 8 lines of the poem forms the octave whereas the next 6 lines is called the sestet. So this poem life is in the form of a sonnet. It is written in iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter. Now what is this iambic pentameter? It is nothing but a line with 10 syllables where the stress or accent is laid on every second syllable. So this life is a sonnet written by Henry Wagner in iambic pentameter. These sonnets can be classified according to their rhyme schemes categorically. Now, in this poem life, the poet has brought out his own reflections on life. Before going into the poem, before reading out the lines from the poem, now let us have a look at a few words from the glossary. A few words from the glossary. Mourning. Mourning means lamenting or expressing great sadness. He spent the whole day mourning the loss of his best friend. Mourning. Veil. Veil means to hide or cover something. Veil. Remember this word, they might ask you veil and veil. Veil. Veil means valley in poems. Veil means to cover something, to hide something that it cannot be easily seen or it cannot be clearly seen. For a sentence for that I can say, most Muslim women veil their faces while going in public. Goal. Goal means ambition. Ambition. Everyone must have an ambition in life. My goal is to become a teacher. Everyone will have his own goal. Quest. Quest means to search something thoroughly, to search something. A deep search is called quest. His quest for knowledge is incomparable. Quest. The quest for finding out a vaccine to treat COVID is still persisting. Quest. Unreluctant. See, this is a new word coined by the poet. There is no such form, unreluctant, but here there is a word reluctant, but here it has been coined as unreluctant. Unreluctant means willing to do something readily. Unreluctant soul, a soul that is ready to live for years. That is the meaning of unreluctant here. You have this word crown. Crown means a prize or a position for being the best. Here it refers to fame also. Fame. Toll. Toll is a word that is tax or fee paid. Fee that we pay, toll. You see the toll plazas while going across the highways. While going in the highways, we might come across the toll plazas where we pay the fees for using the roads. These are some of the words in the glossary, and we should remember that these words here, me, my, I, soul, boy, all these words refers to the poet. All these words refer to the poet. The word that refers to the happy heart. That refers to the happy heart. These are some things that you should look into the glossary. Now let us go to the poem and read it out line by line, and then we can make a summary or paragraph of it, and then we'll go through the meanings of those lines, and after that we can continue with the figures of speeches. Now let us go to the poem and read it out by line by line. Let me live my life from year to year. Let me live my life from year to year with forward face and unreluctant soul, not hurrying to, not turning from the goal, not mourning for the things that disappear, in the dim past, nor holding back in fear from what the future wields, but with a whole and happy heart that pays its toll to youth and age and travels on with cheer. These are the first 8 lines, which forms the octave of a sonnet. In these 8 lines, the poet, let us see what the poet means. The poet, he says that he wants to lead a life, lead his life very happily, looking forward, looking ahead, without any hesitation. He wants to lead a life with a forward face, a face with progress. He never wants to look back. And unreluctant soul, he is willing to do something in life in a positive way. And he is willing to do that. He wants to move forward in life without any hurry or distraction. He doesn't want to hurry in his work. Hurry makes worry. We are bound to make mistakes when we do things in a hurry. So he says that he doesn't want to hurry in his work, and he is not going to get himself diverted from his goal. So he is going to be keen on his goal. He is not going to deviate from his goal. So he is not going to move in a hurry in order not to deviate from his goal. Not mourning for the things that disappear. He is not going to mourn, he is not going to lament, feel sad for the things that he had lost in the past. He is going to live in the present without bothering about the things, without lamenting about the things that he had lost in the past. In the dim past, here he uses the word dim past. That means dim past, dull past, that is unpleasant experience of his past. He doesn't want to mourn for them. He wants to forget them. Neither is he going to be afraid of the uncertainties of future. He is not going to fear, nor holding back in fear. He is not going to hold himself back in fear. He is not going to fear about the uncertainties of futures, from what the future wields. But he is going to approach and lead his life with a whole and happy heart, paying all the dues to age, whether it is youth or it is his old age. He is going to pay the dues, demanding the dues. He is going to lead a life, a happy life. He is going to go forward in his life, paying all the dues to age, and he is going to look forward to travel along his journey of life cheerfully. Whether it is from youth to old age, he is going to think about it in a very cheerful and happy manner and go forward in life. That is the meaning of this first stanza, which forms the octave. Now let us go to the sestet, that is the next 6 lines. The poet is determined to lead a dedicated and determined life. So, along his journey of life, he is going to face many hardships. Whether he is going to climb up the hill or down the hill, whether he is going to go over a smooth road or a rough road, it doesn't matter to him. He says that the journey of life will be very joyful. That is what is meant here in these first 2 lines. So let the way wind up the hill. This is the word wind. Here it is used in the verb form. It is not wind. So let the way wind up the hill or down, over rough or smooth, whether the road that he is going to travel along his life journey is going to be rough or smooth, it doesn't matter, but the journey will be joyful. The journey will be joy. Still seeking what I sought when but a boy. The poet has now grown up into a man. He is seeking What is he seeking? Let us see the next line. New friendship, high adventure, and a crown, a prize or position in life, the fame in life. He wants to acquire some fame. He wants to seek new friendship, high adventure, and a prize, or a crown. He wants to hold a crown or position, best position, the position for being the best, a top position. This he is still seeking, even though he is grown up into a man, which he was seeking even as he was a boy. Even though he has grown up into a man, he is still seeking what he had sought as a boy. As a boy, he was seeking the same thing, new friendship, high adventure, and a prize or position in life. Even though he has grown up into a man, he is still seeking the same thing. He says that his heart, my heart will keep the courage of the quest. He says that his heart is very courageous in that search. He will not lose his courage. It will be very brave in that search, in seeking this new friendship, high adventure at that price. And he always hopes that the road's last turn will be the best. He hopes that their last turn in his journey of life, that is the last turn in his journey of life, the road's last turn is life's last turn, will always be the best. He hopes for the best. Thus, we can see through this, it is a very simple poem, very motivational, inspirational poem, through which the poet brings out his own reflections of life. He says that one should enjoy life with courage and dedication. By going through this poem, the readers are made to understand that whatever may be the situation in life, one must gleefully accept it, face it, and overcome it in an optimistic way. That is the essence that has been brought out in this beautiful poem, Life. I hope you would have understood this poem. And now let us move forward to some of the figures of speeches that have been used in this poem. I will slowly mark it along these lines itself. Now let us move towards the figures of speech. First, let us go to the rhyming words used in this poem. Ear, soul, goal, appear. We will take four lines. In these 4 lines, we see ear, disappear, soul, goal. So, the rhyming words are ear, disappear, soul, goal. Similarly, in the next 4 lines, it is fear, cheer, whole, toll. In the next 4 lines, we see it is down, crown, joy, boy. So, and the last 2 lines, it is quest, best. It is CC. So, the rhyme scheme, the rhyming words used here are ear, disappear, soul, goal. A, B, B, A. So the rhyme scheme used here is A, B, B, A. The rhyming words are the last words that appear with the same rhymes, same sound. So this is the rhyming scheme and rhyming words from this poem. Now let us go to the line, not hurrying to, not mourning for. Is not hurrying to, not mourning for is not has been repeated at the beginning of classes or successive lines. This is called Anaphora. This is called Anaphora. In the first lines, if you see, we see let, live, life. Let live life. These are words, letters beginning with the same consonant sounds that are repeated. Such a thing is called alliteration. Alliterations are very easy to find out, which you can easily find out. If I see in this next line, I can see forward face. This is alliteration. So alliteration, we have seen the rhyming words, we have seen the rhyme scheme, we have seen the alliteration. There are many other alliterations. You can find it out for yourselves. You can take the poem, take the textbook and underline the alliterated words, which are very easy. This is Anaphora. Then we have in the dim past. Here the dim means the unpleasant past, dull past, unpleasantness. So it is a metaphor. It is a metaphor. Here there are three metaphors used in this poem. In the dim past is a metaphor. Then you have hope, the road's last turn. The road's last turn. Life's last, the road means the life's last turn will be the best. It is a metaphoric use. Then you have this crown. Again this crown. The crown is fame. It is a prize or position, not the thing that we wear. It is the fame or position or prize. So it is also a metaphoric use. There are three metaphors used in this poem. Then we can go for this personifications. There are two personifications. From what the future wills, what the future hides something. Future is considered to be a person, and so it is personification here. Similarly, you have unhappy heart that pays its toll. Happy heart that pays its toll. That pays its toll. Yeah, that is personification. Lastly, we have contrast used here. We have used contrast here. You see youth and age. Youth and age. Youth is your young age, and this age is old age. Youth and age. When two things are connected with when two opposite things connected with a conjunction, it is contrast. Similarly, you have up or down. It is a contrast. Rough or smooth. Again, it is a contrast. We have three contrasts. Three contrasting things. These are the few figures of speech that adorn this poem and make it into a lovely one. Now, what are the questions that might be the appreciation questions? If you have understood this poem, the appreciation questions are very easy. What are the questions that might be asked from the first two lines? Me, my, me and my. Who does this me and my refer to? It refers to the poet. What set of a life does he wants to lead? He wants to lead a life with a forward face and an unreluctant soul. Unreluctant means willing to do something. Not hurry to. Why is he not in a hurry? The poet is not in a hurry because he doesn't want to make a mistake and deviate himself from the goal. He wants not to get diverted from the goal. So he is not doing anything in a hurry, as he might make him to do a mistake. What is he not mourning for? He is not mourning for the things that disappear, things that he had lost in the past. He doesn't want to mourn for them. In this line, dim past, what does this word dim past mean? Dim past means unpleasant memories of the past, unpleasant things of the past. Is he afraid of the future? No, he is not afraid of the future. He is bold enough to face the future. And look at this line. There is this word that they will call you. Who pays what to whom? Here, a happy heart pays its toll to youth and age, to young and old age. It pays, the happy heart pays its toll to youth and age. Who is paying? Happy heart is paying. What does it pay its toll to? Who does it pay its toll to? To youth and age. Here this word that, they might ask you who does death refer to? What does that refer to? That refers to the happy heart. How does that heart want to travel? It wants to travel through age very cheerfully by paying its dues or paying its fees to the age. Here in this next three lines, even though the poet happens to come across ups and downs, how is life? Life is considered how it is having many ups and downs. It will be having many roads. Sometimes the road might be rough, sometimes the road might be smooth. But how will be his journey? His journey will be very joyful. What does he seek? Even though he has grown into a man, he is still seeking new friendship, high adventure, and a prize crown. Like how he used to do and seek the same thing when he was a boy. As he was a boy, he used to seek new friendship, high adventure, and a prize. Similarly, even though he has grown up into a man, he is still seeking that same thing. What sort of a quest does he want? He wants a heart, a courageous quest. He wants the courage to face the life. He wants a courageous quest. His heart, he wants a courageous heart in this quest for this new friendship. What does he hope for? He hopes that along this journey of life, the road's the last turn will be the best. He hopes that his last turn will be the best. These are some of the appreciation questions that might be asked from this poem. I hope you would have understood this poem clearly, and you would answer these questions very easily. Until we meet again, it is goodbye from Amer Singh.